get a grip on the masses. You know, everyone's awake, everybody's politically aware right now. People who've just been ignoring the situation, they're actually conscious of what's going on, and this might be the opportunity to get that message across potentially on a mass scale for the first time in Canadian history. Let's hope.
Great discussion.
The highway out here in western BC is jammed up, 2 lanes full of flags honking. It's awesome.
Copy that. What highway are you on there?
I actually just saw them from the overpass when I was going around town, but I have not test driven my own vehicle yet with the engine I just swapped in, so I didn't risk it getting stuck on the highway in the convoy. I got to take it for a test drive in a few minutes here.
Hey, this Freedom Convoy has a great bunch of mechanics behind it. I'm sure they would be happy to help you out if you had a problem.
Yeah, I'm listening to CBC radio right now, and they're mouthpiecing anything that Trudeau would be saying right now. Basically, they're talking about the Windsor thing that's going on there, and they're really, really pushing that. Oh, the police have pushed the protesters back a block or something. Okay, yeah, but are they still there? Are they still blockading? How about that?
Yeah, and the protester was laughing at the cops at the same time, saying, you can push us down the street, we can go around the corner, around the block, we can come right back to the same place. What is the purpose?
Oh, I know, and we see it all the time. You know, just to explain, you know, if there's anybody listening, this is the way the protesters in BC do it, because I watch them all the time. They go out, they protest, they blockade a bridge, okay? And as soon as the police come, and as soon as one person is arrested, then they all run, okay? Because nobody, you know, you don't want everyone to get arrested because you need enough forces to come back and do it again. So that's the way they do it in BC.
Yeah, they bring in a bunch of police to intimidate the people. That way, when one person does get arrested, everybody else thinks they are to follow, and they flee. Everybody needs to stick together. Don't run. Just stand your ground.
Hey, we just set a historical record at Fairy Creek out here in Port Renfrew, BC, the Canada's largest act of civil disobedience since the Clackwalk Sound resistance.
Oh, it's pretty good that there was a little convoy that went to Ottawa, and 2 weeks later, it's still national news. I'm listening to CBC radio here, man. That's all they're talking about. That's all you see on the news. You know that, and well, of course, they have to throw in the odd Beijing Olympic thing.
Oh yeah, this convoy far surpasses anything we've done out here. I'm excited about it. I'm coming.
That's good. Good news from BC. Yeah, law enforcement is with the convoy.
I mean, it's in their name, isn't it?
Hey, did you guys not see the Army was doing convoys up by Sudbury there yesterday? Said it was a winter training operation.
I can't believe CBC is reporting. There are a lot of Canadians out there that still don't understand what this is all about.
That's fine. We don't need them. Stay out of the way. And if people don't understand what this is about, it's literally the CBC's fault that that's the case.
Well, I have a radio in my bathroom, so when I turn on the light switch, the radio comes on and it's CBC. So when I'm taking a dump, I have to listen to CBC. And honestly, every single time I take a dump, they're either race baiting or they're trucker baiting or they're people baiting. It's just unbelievable.
So I was in Walmart in Alberta the other day, and there was this elderly couple in there, and they were noticing that the shelves were empty, and they were like, "What's going on here? Like, how come they don't have stock here?" I literally was floored that I had to sit there for 10 minutes and explain to them what was going on, that they had no idea this was going on, and they were appalled. But the problem was is that they had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, the news will say anything for $600 million.
Well, that's because the mainstream media is saying, stay masked, stay home, and shut up.
Yeah, it's like those horses at the racetrack with the blinders on. They just see one thing and one thing only.
And here's another question too. I don't know if anybody's been noticing, but there is some funky commercials coming out that CIDC, when in our lifetime have we had to go and think about insurance on our own money in our own bank? That has really bothered me. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah, I also don't know if anyone noticed, but PayPal updated their terms of agreement today. I haven't actually looked through it, but I presume it's going to have something to do with preventing funding for these sorts of organizations.
Yeah, like I said, I think Bitcoin or just cryptocurrency in general is the way to go.
Oh yeah, buddy. They can't touch it.
Now, if we can just get employers to start paying people through cryptocurrency, might be the next step.
I just want to say one thing. Whatever we can say about Trudeau, one thing that he did great, it's putting all Canadian together and be proud of be Canadian again. Today in Montreal, like I said, I saw Haitian, Greek, Portuguese, Quebecer, Canadian, Federalists, Nationalists, name it, they were all there. And it was the first time I heard some old man that he was a Portuguese, and he's like, like I always consider myself Portuguese, but now I'm a proud Canadian. Like, this is my country. So that's one thing that Trudeau did, was divided like so bad to make us be proud again, all together again.
I couldn't agree with you more. As much as this guy tried to divide the country, he brought the world together.
I agree too. And can I share a little something I did today? So I'm in Saskatoon visiting family because I'm from Saskatchewan, Humboldt area. And I was raised and scooped into a racist family. So I have some racist thoughts being raised that way and conformed that way. Today I was turning the corner to go to my friend's house, and there was an East Indian man stuck on the side of the road, and I didn't realize he was stuck. But I glared at him because my parents always made me feel like, oh, they're just coming in, taking our jobs, and, and they're horrible people, and they're running our government, and Trudeau's letting them come in. And, so he really got into my head. So I kind of had like a chip on my shoulder. And when I turned the corner, I was about to glare at him, and he was looking at me. And usually I just like say, like, do you want a picture? And I stopped for once in my life, and I opened my window because he got out of his car, and I nicely said, "What is wrong?" And he looked at me, he goes, "My car died." And I said, "Oh." He goes, can you give me a boost?" And I said, "You know what? My hubby just got me a new booster from Costco the other day because I was going on this trip and he didn't want me to fail along the road." And I said, "Yeah, you know what? I do have a boost for you." And I went and I boosted this man's car. I'm cold, I'm heavy, I'm, disabled a little bit. But I got out of my vehicle and I boosted his vehicle. And you guys, I've never felt more proud in my life that I put that aside. So I'm a proud Canadian again. Miigwech.
It is quite humbling, isn't it?
That's interesting to hear your story because, there's a lot of views of other Canadians that other Canadians don't know and haven't heard. So that's really good to hear that side of your story of how you perceive and have been brought up and are understanding how Canada is today. And really, Canada has changed. It has really changed. Especially over the last 20 years, with so many newcomers coming in the country, and we have to be acceptance of everybody. Everybody has a right to live a good life.
I'm very hopeful that after this, everybody will have a great deal of empathy for the suppression that the Native Americans, the First Nations, have been enduring for the entirety of our settlement here.
Being a person that works in Toronto, I've come across many different ethnicities, and we're all the same people. At the end of the day, we're all the same people for the same purposes.
That's right. The peoples of Canada need to come together in unity. And unfortunately, we have government forces that are just driving the nail in, driving the divisive forces in everywhere. Every time I hear a story on CBC radio and they're talking about racism, it's just right away, it's like, CBC, what's the matter with you? What are you trying to do? Divide this country by all those stories that you're putting on your station? Because that's really what you're doing. You're dividing the country. We need to bring the country together, okay, and quit being divisive.
And that's just it. Trudeau is the one with the hate speech. By giving the media what he has, they're the ones that are spreading that message, not the Canadian people.
Oh, quick question. So, whose truth is that?
I'll be first. Castro. Is that the right answer? Yeah, it is. I was on Maury. I know.
Yep, that's the right answer.
I wonder if we can get Maury to do the results release for us. When it comes to Justin Trudeau, Fidel, you are the father.
Well, Trudeau is the dictator of our country. Once you elect him, once you elect a government, they become the dictatorship of the country, and Trudeau is the dictator of Canada. Nobody can tell Trudeau what to do. Is anybody telling Trudeau what to do? No, nobody, because nobody can tell Trudeau what to do. Trudeau tells Canadians what to do because Trudeau is the dictator of Canada. Face it.
And that's funny. Anytime you try to tell somebody that Trudeau is a dictator, they turn you down every time. But what did you elect him to do? Just because you put roses over top of shit doesn't make it smell better.
That's right. You know, and only a dictator can turn down, only a dictator really would turn down a meeting when you drive 3,000 kilometers across Canada to meet up with Trudeau, and the dictator refuses to have a meeting with thousands and thousands of people. Well, that's a dictator, isn't it?
Exactly right. My way or the highway, that's his opinion. Seems every day more and more people are picking the highway because they're shutting them down all across the country.
Well, it'll only get bigger and bigger as more and more minions that are sitting behind their computers become educated.
Yeah, Queen was a very, very beautiful story, and see, you broke the ice, and about all that, the racist card, like today in Montreal, the counter protest was the anti-fascist action group, and then they said on Quebec mainstream media, like, yeah, we're here like to fight racism. And then we were just in front of them, and there were the Mohawk flag and the Greek flag and the Haitian flag and the Canadian flag and the Quebec flag, and all, like I said, like, so, like, different people, and then they were just like, why are we here? Why we counter protest this? So I think it's because they don't read, they don't, they get an idea, and I think they think it's the right thing to do. And the racist card, it's so easy because it's always like that. They always been, but then now that they see that it's not true, so those people, those counter protests that were there, like tonight, they're gonna go back home and be like, why I've been lied, and then they're gonna research and find out about that and check live stream, and then gonna be like, wow, I just woke up today.
Well, the leftists are all about what's called character assassination. What they do is make up some bullshit about you, and then they plaster it all over their anti-hate, thinking that they're actually doing something, but they're not. All they're doing is that they're, posting crap for their own cheering crowd, so who gives a crap? But at the end of the day, it's all BS. And the freedom movement, when you have things like this happening all the way across Canada, and the minions that are against it are just simply, trying to grab onto a Zello channel and yep. It goes to show you that the lefties have lost this issue totally. They have lost. You are out. Gone. Bye-bye.
Here's your prize. Thanks for playing. Have a good day. I'm honestly surprised people don't realize that we're going more and more towards communist China than we are free Canadians. Look at the censorship that's going on for all of this movement. They are trying to shut people up. Is that not communist?
Well, yeah, and you've got leftist platforms like Facebook that if they don't like you, they'll just plain shut you down. Simple as that. Or they'll throttle your what you're saying. In fact, I can't believe why people are still on Facebook. If you guys know that Facebook is such a leftist Zuck platform, why the hell are you still on there? Need to find something else. That's the reason that I'm on here. Honestly, I have a bigger voice with media and everybody else listening to me here than Fascist Book.
Yeah, I told you, but when I was young, the extreme right was in what people told me was they take away your right, they push an ideology in your head, and blah blah blah. So of course, you start to be more attracted by Karl Marx and the communism and stuff like that because it's the fight of the worker. But then you read about it, and then you discover that no, those people were rich and they make poor people suffer and kill. And then I read something the other day about Holodomor, it's like a giant genocide of farmer in Ukraine by communism. So it's just because it's a lack of education. So you're attracted by that because you think it's the right thing because you just surface a little bit, Because today at that anti-fascist manifestation, that counter-protest, there were flag of Karl Marx. So I was like, wow, you guys didn't do research enough. You have to check that communism, it's really bad, and it's where we going, And it's not the dictator of that. It's nobody can be rich except me, and who's richer than me, then they're wrong. But I'm in the rich class already, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big Facebook user. I have a Facebook account on which I intend to delete, but I'm not a Facebook user. I was actually in a conversation, somebody was sending me things about the convoy through Messenger. That person's account was deleted from existence.
Yeah, Facebook is a not trusted platform. Absolutely, it's absolute leftism gone berserk.
I don't know why anybody would want to use a platform that censors everything you say, everything you see. It's crazy. All they are doing with those platforms is getting people to sit down and do nothing. Play on your phone, play your Farmville, your Candy Crush, whatever. You're distracting people and taking away their attention from what's really going on in the world.
I agree completely. I really think that a lot of this boils down again to the Truman Show, and it orchestrates this division and this psyop for us to actually think that we're not going through something of the same, or we're going through something more. And I think that this is exciting because for the first time we're moving forward together, and I think it's a beautiful thing. It's just stick to the plan, right? Positivity, love, that's a high vibration, and that's where I want to focus on. But they definitely want to lose. They want to take the energy, and I think Facebook really does do a lot of that. It really does perpetrate a lot of nonsense.
And I've had people try to counter my uh, argument with Facebook there with mainstream media, television. When they came out with television years ago, that was to spread news. No, that was to spread lies and get people to sit on their couch and not pay attention to what was going on.
I agree completely. And perfect case in point is like my Instagram. I have a truth page, and I got quite a bit of a following on there. And of course, they put an age restriction on it. So I make a joke about it because you can be 12 years old and buy a Ouija board, but you have to be 17 years old to access my Instagram account. And I do not swear. I do not have anything graphic on there. I am just merely posting truth that is going on around the world, and it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I even got banned. Well, I got a whole bunch of updates this week telling me that I've liked posts that are not the right posts, and it's crazy. The censorship is insane.
Wow, and it's all leftism censorship. Every time you get censored, it's by a lefty sitting there deciding, do I like that or not like that? Oh, I don't like that. Delete.
I have to run appeals on my posts that I've actually filmed this in Jamaica, and they're telling me because of background music is a Warner Brothers background music, and my thing is, and I've won my appeals on Instagram, but it's like I have to write a whole paragraphical response saying that it's public domain once you put it on the radio. So screw you, Warner Brothers. Sorry, excuse my French, but it's just absolutely appalling. If you don't speak up, you're allowing it, and that's the truth. We have to say something.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. And it's the same thing with these mandates. If people don't stand up about the mandates, what's next? You going to start coming to people's houses and knocking on their door and giving them tickets because their cell phone pinged them at a location where there was a protest? So now you're going to charge them for being at a protest? What's next? How far do they have to go before people realize you're being screwed?
They already started it. They already did that in Peterborough, and they've been doing it in Australia. And and again, it's like that poem. They came and they took the communists, and then they came and they took the Jews, and they came and then nobody came and helped me because nobody was there. And that's the problem, is if we keep on standing silent, we're in this predicament for good. And what about the children? What about the children that are trafficked because of this mask? What about the children that are going to be sick because of this mask? What about the oxygen deprivation and the illness that will be caused from contraindication to the we're dealing with so many questions here, and people that can't answer it. It's just, for me, we shouldn't be in this predicament, but we are here, and I'm very grateful for the convoy.
Yeah, mental alchemy too. Like on those, I don't have social media, but on social media like Facebook and Instagram, they allowed like child pornography or like like really hardcore porn. But yeah, a politic ID, no, that's really bad.
It's crazy. I had to, before I took down my Facebook page, they had like the human farming page. Like I'm so appalled by the social media platforms and what they allow, and what they're spreading when it comes to fake news or fact checkers. I mean, I've had to go on this several times, and if you actually read their forum, they tell you that if they don't like you, they're going to blast you on Twitter, which means that they're trolls in itself. It's a trolling platform, which, like, yeah, why?
I know everyone's had enough. There is one platform called Getter, Gettr, which I just joined, so I don't know much about it, but it's apparently more of a right-wing platform, and that's just where everyone is going to have to go. You know, we're going to have to say bye-bye. It's just the same thing as MySpace. Remember there was such a thing as MySpace? Are you still on MySpace? Where's MySpace? Yeah, well, that's Facebook. In about 5 years, it's going to be bye-bye Facebook.
Yep, I remember watching MySpace come up, and I watched it go down too.
Yeah, all I can say is F block Facebook.
Same with America Online. Look at years ago, AOL. Where are they today?
Yeah, where's Netscape?
Where's what was that, ICQ? Way back in the day?
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember Twitter, too. I remember I was one of the first people on Twitter. And after a while, I said, I'm out of here. Twitter is like a has-been platform. And really, honestly, I think the only people that are on Twitter are extreme leftists.
Yeah, even ICQ. I haven't heard about that in years.
I remember Twitter, and I haven't used Twitter in years. And yeah, I agree. I mean, when I was on it was like, gosh, like a decade ago. And I can't believe that this is where people source their news.
And it's like this new platform that Facebook's trying to incorporate. I don't see that being a good adventure either.
No, that 3D room business has been around for, man, I remember that 10, 15 years ago, going into rooms and chatting with people. That's old school already. Who the hell is going to put on a 3D visor to go into a room to yap with somebody that you can do right here?
Well, exactly. Like, I don't understand the whole purpose of that.
It's indoctrination. They're trying to put us in a predicament where we are okay staying home, and they've been really selling it to people like they have parties in the metaverse, and you can be a whole new human in the metaverse. All you got to do is just go to the metaverse, which I think is horrible and really dangerous because we've all seen Avatar, and if you're not taking care of your body, it's dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Stay home, sit on your couch, put on this mask. You can do everything from your home. That's bullshit. You can't do everything from your home.
Well, in due time, we'll make you an avatar, and then you can run in the forest with your avatar.
We all independently and indirectly support this kind of stuff by having our RFPs and things like that in the bank. The companies like BlackRock and Vanguard that are supporting and owning Facebook and Apple and Google and all of that. If you guys are serious about it, you should look into pulling all of your RSPs and things like that and moving them into credit unions in your local area.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually, because I think a lot of it breaks down to sovereign law and really taking responsibility of the mind, body, and spirit. And I firmly comprehend that the reason why we're here is because we are part of a system and we have not filed out and we put our money in the wrong places. And great point.
That is an excellent point, actually. And just all the people that, even if you don't use the account, like myself, just having the account is helping them.
I actually, I was talking to my sister about it, and she has an account with CIBC, and she was bragging that they gave her $200 and then another $300 for something else. And I was thinking to myself, they're attached themselves to your trust fund. That's like I didn't say it to her, but in my head, I was like, they got your trust fund. That's why they can give you the money because they're making money off of you.
That is exactly it. They wouldn't give you money for free.
And the problem is we're born into it, the system. So it's like it really it contradicts the whole idea of being free when the even Canada, I mean, if we look at the Constitution of Canada and the whole building structure, I mean, we have.
After hearing some of Elon Musk's comments about Facebook, it would be really, really nice to see him start up something and do it 10 times better than Zuckerberg.
Okay, these are my people. Are you active?
I am active. Thanks, Les. Just an update for everyone that hasn't heard, there is a trade support truckers convoy that left this morning from Kelowna and Vancouver, headed to Calgary. They've got a couple stops, one in Kamloops and hitting Flying J's along the way. From what I can tell right now, there's about 100 vehicles, and they'll be picking up all the way to Ottawa. So this is really good news. If you're not already attending a protest in your cities or at your borders, get out there and support these guys as they come through. They should be in Calgary tonight and all through BC, Revelstoke and the that corridor through early to late afternoon today.
Copy that. If you are in communication or can talk to any people that are in that convoy, and if they're on Zello, just let me know and we'll add them to the group here or to the channel so they can give updates.
That's fantastic. I'll head over to that channel right now, Les, and I'll let them know to go to Convoy to Ottawa, and then I'll tell you their names.
Okay, 10-4. Yeah, again, mods, please do not block anyone from this group unless it's somebody that is saying something that you don't like, because what's happening is you're blocking too many people, and we've got good people in this group that are now blocked out, I'm finding out.
Hey Les, so I just talked to the Trade Support Truckers Convoy, and they are rolling into Revelstoke in about 10 minutes. So NDN 1001, his name is Shane. He would like to be a moderator and give updates. He's heading the pack there. So I'll send you a reminder once he's added. He's not in the Convoy to Ottawa channel right now, but he will in about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, copy that. Just make sure you give me his screen name and username, because lots of times I cannot find someone with their screen name. We need their username. But yeah, we'll try and find him when he's in the room.
Or over, or copy that, also works. Okay, Les, I just sent you a screenshot, and I'll just follow up in about 20 minutes. I'm going to get back on the road here, but that's NDN1001 is his username, and I sent you a screenshot.
Okay, thanks. I'll look for him. There's nobody on Parliament Hill. There's nobody on Wellington. Oh, there's a picture.
That looks like a lot of people to me.
Yeah, there are 4,000 users blocked from this group, by the way. 4,000 users are blocked.
That's a lot of people to be blocked.
Well, I know. And the problem with blocking people is that they can't listen. And that's the whole idea, is you want everyone to listen. I don't care if you're blocked, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Makes no difference to me. If you want to listen, I'd say listen. There's no real need to block people other than, a mod. Because really, honestly, only mods can talk in here anyways.
So I guess maybe from now on we'll just prohibit from talking and not blocking.
Well, if we open up the channel and some guy comes in with a RAM comment, absolutely block him. But just to arbitrarily block people just for the fun of it, I don't know. You are blocking good people, because I'm getting PMs from people saying, "Hey, I can't even get in that group anymore. What's going on?"
Oh, well, I haven't blocked anybody as of recently. I'm just waking up. I can go have a peek and see who did get blocked.
4,000 people. That's what you'll see. There are a lot of big rigs that got blocked, I'll have to say. But, and unfortunately, some good people got blocked. But so be it. But anyways, we'll carry on. But, yeah, I can't find, for example, I got a guy named Rover Helper that wants to join this group. He can't even get into this group. I went to go and see if he's in the blocked, and he's not coming up as being blocked. So, I don't know. Give up at this point.
Tell him to message me.
He's over in Convoy East, if you want to talk to him.
Oh, I don't even think I'm a part of Convoy East, actually, if you want the God's honest truth.
Okay, I'm going to go down to Convoy Coots, or Coots Convoy, I should say Coots Convoy. Because I think he's sitting in there. I'll go check. He's giving updates out there in Coots. That's where he's sitting.
He's in there. I'm in that one too, so.
Well, if you use the little arrow directing down, you can go to invite, and then you can actually invite him if he's part of your friend. If he's not your friend, then you can't personally invite him. So you might have to accept the request with him, and then you can invite him to the channel personally and then trust him.
Okay, everyone, the Convoy to Ottawa channel is fully open for anyone to talk. Convoy to Ottawa channel is fully open. Anyone can talk.
Yes, it's a good thing I grabbed my coffee.
Get ready to whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole for just a little while, and then I'll shut the channel down again.
10-4.
Hi, I just want to say that I wanted to support all you truckers out there.
Props going out to all the supporters heading downtown Ottawa today. Coots, Windsor, all over. Thank you very much. Getting a shout out. Where are you all from? Where are you calling in from?
Alberta.
In Ottawa. I'm heading downtown now. Going to do some coverage.
Yeah, copy that. Hey, Star Street, I made you a moderator in this group, so even when it's locked down, you'll be able to give updates. Copy?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Big supporter here. I'll do nothing but good.
Hey guys, just want to say thank you for everything from Water Valley, Alberta. I've been down to Coots a few times. Going to continue up the good fight here. Keep it going in Ottawa. Love you all.
There is currently a counter protest meeting the protesters downtown Ottawa. I'm going to go down and give some coverage.
Copy that. If you are going to go live with any kind of a video feed, post your channel in the link here, in the comments before you go live. So it'd be good to see some video of some counter protests.
Yes, sir. Copy that. I got a YouTube channel, but they put me on a 1 week timeout because of some of the coverage I was giving. So I'm going to be streaming on a Facebook page. I will send the link to that when I'm set up.
Okay, copy that. The other thing you might want to do is set up a Twitch account, Twitch TV, and then load on your phone an app called Prism. Prism will allow you to stream to multiple services, so you can go Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. Just an idea.
Also, if you want, there's Rumble, and Rumble's going to be a part of Truth Social anyways. The deal's already made, and they're going to not take stuff down either.
We're holding the line in Windsor, everybody.
Just wanted to say hello from Barry and give huge thanks to the mods for maintaining this channel. Thanks.
Yo, I'd fuck Yoga Mom. I'd fuck her real hard.
Attention all units. We need backup at the...
My bad.
The protesters are coming. We need backup.
Well, I guess this is why we have to lock her down, eh? All the trolls.
Who are you guys going to protest next? Maybe people with blonde hair.
You know, that very last comment says it all about the illness of leftism.
It's very true. At this point in time, if they can't see the truth, You can explain it to them.
What are you going to protest next? Really, honestly, what's more important than freedom? Honestly.
I can guarantee you not one of those people calling in as trolls has served one day in the military. Otherwise, they would know the difference.
No, they've lived a kosher life in their mommy's basement.
This channel will be going open every so often, but I will not be announcing that the channel has gone open because usually I can open the channel and it will stay open probably about 15 minutes before any troll realizes that it's open. So it's probably better to do it that way. But anyways, things are really happening. Yeah, right across the country. You've got the convoy in BC that's heading to Ottawa.
Les, if you just want to shoot me a private message when it is going to open, then I can make sure I'm in here to moderate.
Copy that. In fact, that's what I'll do. I'll give a shout out to the mods first that I'm going to do that. That's a good idea.
And then at least we're in here just in case.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, good idea.
I don't think we're friends on here, but I'm assuming you know how just to talk to the moderators, because I don't.
Use the little arrow beside the channel name, the little down arrow. Just pull that down and you'll see.
Well, it's absolutely awesome. Thanks for opening up and thanks for getting me in.
I've reached the downtown core looking for a place to park here in Ottawa.
Heck yeah. Have fun down there and hold that line.
So I'm assuming last night was pretty uneventful in downtown Ottawa?
Yes, pretty much uneventful as compared to Windsor today.
I have no idea what's happening in Windsor. I just opened my eyeballs.
Well, then you missed the action from earlier in Ottawa. Look at the picture I posted. They commandeered one vehicle.
Poor popcorn stand. What did it do to anybody?
Apparently, it was illegally issuing food.
Pretty bad crime right there.
At least it wasn't the pancakes.
Maybe if we tasted the popcorn, we would probably agree they may have needed to remove it.
I'm glad I did a screen capture because that was funny.
So on my Twitter page today, a video that the 4K guy did. He passed over the Windsor protest earlier here today, and there's quite clear snipers on the roof. I posted that on my Twitter.
Hey, by the way, if you have that big button on this. Okay, to give you guys updates of what's happening, yeah, we've got the Windsor thing happening, protest, blockading. We've got the Ottawa thing happening, thousands and thousands of people in Ottawa. You've got the Milk River thing happening, thousands of people down there. There's horses circling around, circling the wagons. And you've got tractors, farm implements, cars, big 18-wheelers, all kind of stuff happening there at Milk River. That's still happening big. Now, in Edmonton, we've got the entire legislative grounds is surrounded by a convoy that is circling around the legislative building in Edmonton. So things are going big all over the place. And you've also got the convoy out in BC, which is leaving that BC area, and it's heading towards Ottawa. So, yep, lots to report today.
One last thing to report, the trades for our support truckers, they're on their way. They're leaving BC border. They're going to make it into Alberta here tonight and then make their way down. So they're making their way. I also heard there's potential of 15,000 of them. At least that's what it was, the registration on vehicles as they pick up, making their way to Ottawa.
Holy.
Oh my gosh, I'd like to go with those guys. Wow, that sounds terrific.
All the support we can get. You know, we've established the beachhead here in Ottawa. We need support troops.
I don't know about anybody else, but you know, those 12 trucks, they make me so proud, you guys. Like, we're so strong out there. I think they maybe snuck a 13th one in there, but we're doing good, guys. Hold the line. Go Canada, go.
I just posted the link to my Twitter with the picture of the sniper on the roof, just in case you were interested.
I actually looked into that, and believe it or not, I guess every time Parliament is actually in session, that there are snipers on the roof. So I don't think it has anything to do with the convoy. I think it has to do with if Parliament is in session.
Negative. Actually, that's not Parliament, the picture. I took a picture. That is Windsor, a protest, peaceful protest with snipers. That's how Canada treats its citizens.
If somebody came barreling through with a car, though, think about that. Think about outside the box just a little bit. No offense intended. Jimmy Jim Bob is in the box. If you would not mind modding him up, that would be awesome. Thank
you. Yeah, thanks for that. Good looking out, Coach. Yeah, congrats on peaceful protesting, because in France it's a bit of a riot right now.
Oh my god, that clown scares the crap out of me.
I was thinking the same thing.
You'll get used to it, or put a sticky note over the picture.
I'm going to go with the sticky note.
I don't know how that would go over on my phone.
I could fix your wig if you wanted me to, man.
What, put the Canada hair on? It's too flat.
That's.
Just let me break for a second here. The photo that you took, can you post it here instead of posting your Twitter? I didn't see your Twitter, but can you post that photo here of the snipers?
Okay, I just need to step away for like 5 minutes and then I'll be right back.
I posted it. Let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, we see the photo. I'll analyze it there. Looks good.
Right hand side.
Oh, yeah. On the right side of the photo there. Yeah.
He is correct. When I was watching live, they were pointing out that there were 2 snipers on the buildings behind the cops.
Why would a sniper use a tripod that high?
Negative. The sniper is using binoculars at the tripod. The gun is on the roof. Look at the photo. The photo actually has a sniper rifle with a small tripod.
I see it now.
Yeah, the sniper rifle is behind him on the ground there. I see it. Yep. A little blurry, but the picture tells a pretty true story.
If that isn't just another one of those feathers on the camel's back, I don't know what is. Right? We got to get stuff like that out there. There's just no cause for it.
Well, and to send all our boys over to Ukraine with no weapons, but we're using them on ourselves? Okay.
Well, guns in the hands of the police are really only there for one reason: to kill. They don't teach the police to shoot a bullet without causing harm.
That's a Roger on it. They are trained to kill, not to maim, not to scare. Okay, I'm walking towards the court. I'll give you guys an update, eyes on the ground when I get there. I'll be a little silent until then.
What do you see around you as you're walking? Do you see people leaving, or people arriving, people walking with you? What's the scene there?
Once I get there, I'll get some words from some of the truckers, maybe offer them to give a quick little chat, little update.
Hey, sounds good. And we also have Rover Helper in Convoy East that is giving updates on Coots. So if you want to join that channel called Convoy East, you may be hearing some updates from Coots on that channel. Okay, I'm going to be shutting her down for a while, for a couple hours, so I won't be on here. So if anyone's looking for Rover, I'm not here. So hold the fort.
The clown will make balloon animals. maybe.
Can I be a trusted user again? For some reason I got deleted.
Okay, here's some chatter from Lad in Edmonton.
Downtown.
And there's a big convoy going around the Ledge building in Edmonton.
Don't know where it's going on here. Oh, you missed all them convoys going past you on the end there then. Yeah, every Saturday. There's a big one that leaves in from Atchison, Nisku, and or Sherwood Park. And we all roll into downtown and sit here, apparently.
Hey guys, I just posted a link into the chat there for the live stream for downtown Ottawa on Sir John A. Macdonald Boulevard. I'm outside the War Museum here, so if you follow the link and look for the live feed somewhere there on the page, you may be able to see it.
The live stream, Ambassador Bridge, you can see the military heavy armed in front of peaceful protester.
Where was that? Was that the Windsor?
It's what Trudeau do. Army on his own Canadian.
We have to be careful about that because they may not be military. You got to realize that the law enforcement agencies of this country have adopted the idea of having urban combat soldiers pretty much in their ranks. It's not the military. It's probably SOG team and whatnot.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't think the military has gotten involved in any protests. So anyone's with any people with guns are probably going to be police.
Yeah, because if the military was there, we would see green men on the ground.
Yeah, my understanding is it's RCMP, so I agree.
Okay, thank you if I'm mislead. For me, it really looked like a military, but if it's a squad dress RCMP that looked like that, thank you for the info, and sorry if I said something wrong.
Yeah, well, I don't think Trudeau will call in the actual military until it's his last resort. And I don't think it's gotten that bad yet. Well, in fact, it's not bad at all. There's no violence. It's just people demonstrating. That's all.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that seeing those people thinking that they are military is the exact problem that we are having in this country. Our police officers should be police officers in uniforms, not dressed up like they're ready to go to war.
Well, yeah, but they used to say the police were there to serve and protect, but they're not. Yeah, they are. They're there to serve the government and to protect the government. That's why they're there.
But they're actually supposed to serve and protect the public. We pay their wages, just like the government. We're the government. They work for us.
Well, yeah, but that's what you would think. But the reality is the police are actually protecting the government and the laws that the government produces. They're not protecting you.
I know, that's why we're in this movement, so that we can change that reality back to what it's supposed to be.
Getting some loud chatter.
Canadian again.
That's a little bit of chatter from circling the 18-wheelers around the legislative building in Edmonton. Oh, there you go. There's the best sign in Edmonton. This vehicle identifies as a goose. Honk, honk.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, because they outlawed honking your horns, I don't know where, Edmonton or Alberta or somewhere, just like Ottawa. So there you go.
Yeah, Edmonton put in that mandate as well. Do you got any live streams that you know of, Les, for Edmonton?
I'm listening to it live on Lad 1 on VHF. That's all that I've got at the moment. I don't hear anybody talking about it. But they're circling the ledge there. There's a lot of them out there.
Good to hear.
Sounds good.
Anyone concerned that the government's going to come in here and take us off Zella?
Why?
I haven't committed any crimes.
Yeah, why should anyone be taken off of Zello?
It's a U.S.-based company that have to get some kind of an injunction. Having said that, when ISIS was using it to organize, they removed 1,000 channels.
Hi, I'm John Nelson. I'm on Facebook as John Edward. I was wondering if I could have permission for writing stuff in the chat. I don't know how that gets done with moderators and admins.
Well, the only one that can write in chat would be a mod. And really, honestly, you don't sound like a trucker.
That's correct. I'm a merchant marine. I'm a marine engineer and former military.
Yeah, but how do we know you're not Antifa?
Well, by their fruits you will know them.
Hey guys, this is from the convoy in Edmonton. We are here and we are loving what you're doing and we support you all the way.
That's awesome to hear.
Hey, good there, Big Boston. I made you mod there, by the way, so you can chat in here anytime you want.
You are really awesome. Thanks so much.
And by the way, I'm listening on Lad 1 to what's going on in Edmonton, so I'm hearing the chatter.
It's absolutely amazing. 3 weeks in, guys. You're just tremendous.
Give us a little... Oh, sorry. Yeah, give us a little play-by-play of what you're seeing and feeling there.
I certainly don't feel like we're the fringe out here, I got to tell you. We're a little bit of a standstill right now on our second lap around the downtown core, but people are end to end, lots of signs, lots of happiness and joy seeing what we're doing out here to support you folks out there. As you could tell by the honks, we aren't really giving too much of a shit about the injunction that the judges put in. We're happy to be making lots of noise.
Yeah, what's happening with that no honking bylaw? Who is actually supposed to be enforcing that? A bylaw officer or the police or what? I think it's an Edmonton only thing by Liberal Mayor Sohi.
There's no enforcement happening here, boys.
Isn't that just a beautiful sound? Sorry to cut you off.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at
The Big Boston, are you guys back out there tomorrow as well?
That I don't know, friend. I know I am personally not, but I am sure that this group is going to keep going.
Awesome. Well, I might have to make a trip downtown tomorrow.
It has all been super, super friendly out here, too. I mean, we're getting a couple of birds from a couple of libs, but that's okay. Where are you coming in from?
I'll be coming in from Morinville.
You know, I'm sitting over here on Argyle Road on the south side, and I can hear the horns honking from downtown.
Some of these guys have train whistles on their trucks or something. It's just crazy loud.
Are you able to post any cool pics, Boston? If you would be so kind, that'd be great.
Let me see what I can find.
Yeah, you can actually take a picture with this app, or you know, if you select that little button, there's a little picture button when you have the big circle on your screen. Just hit that little camera button there, and then from there you can either take a live picture or select one from one you've already taken. Looking good.
Yeah, that's awesome to see.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on right now. That'd be fantastic.
Right on. I recognize that 109 speed. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, if you look in the photos there, you'll see there's the photos from Edmonton.
Once we're back at the top of the hill, I'll send you guys some fresh photos.
Sounds good.
Honestly, I'm like in the middle of nowhere in some little residential section, and here's a vehicle right behind me with two flags driving by. Yeah, people want freedom everywhere in Canada, you know. And if you're hunkered down and you're one of the few liberals that are sitting there with a mask on, yeah, we're way, way, way outnumbered. Oh my God, I can't believe the trolls. The trolls are now saying about Freddie, who's in high visibility clothing. They said, "Yes, Freddie, we can see you." This is the trolls. Freddie, we can see you, and so can the snipers. That's what the trolls want to convey. Unbelievable.
Well, we do know that they're not the sharpest tools in the shed, so.
I believe they're snipers.
Well, I know one thing. Every truck driver and citizen out there putting this fight up can be proud that they've done it peaceably. They didn't have to resort to violence like BLM or Antifa.
Well, yeah, BLM and Antifa. Let's not even go there, but geez, we're tired of seeing buildings burnt down and people being injured.
A video of them beating an innocent raccoon to death and videotaping it because they wanted the world to see how cops treat black people. One person stopped the attack. They even ran over it repeatedly.
Because that's intelligent.
Okay, I don't want to hear that at all.
And it's silly that they call one movement that's peaceful violent, and they call the other one that was violent peaceful.
Well, yeah, I mean, they'd actually have to do that in reverse because it's part of their playbook. Most governments and law enforcement have no clue how to deal with a peaceful presentation. Absolutely no clue.
People that supported BLM were actually not in support of the rioting. That was done by just a minority of people that decided that they wanted free shoes that day and to burn down the local Walmart. So BLM protest out here in the valley was not at all violent. There was nothing, just people marching and, you know, wanting rights. So
That's funny you say that, though. The government really does not have a plan to deal with peaceful protesters, other than pushing them back the way they did this morning. Do you blow bubbles in the bathtub?
Yeah, we won't even go there. But I just did a quick search on BLM and then read the first Mail story about what's going on. Yeah, funneling millions out of the organization to buy a mansion in Toronto. that was owned by communists. So yeah, it's all there. Just go read it.
Definitely has some corrupt organizers, that's for sure.
It's all Antifa scum. But we don't have to worry about that because they're nowhere to be seen. There are no counter-protesters. It's all demonstrators. In fact, there are no protesters. Just a little demonstration going on across Canada.
And the counter people aren't really protesting. They're also just demonstrating, and it's not a huge crowd either. So, you know, everybody seems to be keeping their cool for the most part.
It's a parade. It's a parade.
Well, hang on. Isn't the fact that you would be counter-protesting a lockdown protest, wouldn't that be something that you would not do? Because if you're a counter-protester and you want to be locked down, well, the last thing you would be wanting to do would to be counter-protesting. Wouldn't you want to be just sitting in your mom's basement?
I mean, the ones in Ottawa that are protesting the horns, those people. But, like, even they're not getting violent, I don't think, so.
Well, what I found is counter protesters to something like this, you know, that they're not free thinkers. They've got to have their hand held.
You know, it would be kind of funny to watch the truckers feed the counter protesters now. That would be a good image.
Yeah, that Windsor channel was started by a troll, by an Antifa troll. It was started by a troll. And so that's why the Windsor channel is filled with trolls. It's not a Windsor channel at all. It's a troll channel.
Yeah, that one's not full of anything good at all.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the only way to control Zello is to do exactly what I have done, really. And if you don't do that, well, then you don't know how the platform works, I guess.
Oh, I had fun teasing them a little bit this morning. They were a little weirded out by playing back a few troll recordings that I thought that was a little odd. Freaked them out a little bit. Good time.
Yeah, it's always good to troll a troll.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I just got word that the veterans have put a line in between the protesters and the police at the Windsor standoff there at the Ambassador Bridge. So I just heard that. I don't know if it's true. Maybe somebody can verify that.
Ooh, they're watching you guys. Just after I said that, they deleted me from the group.
Troll channel, I'm not going to say that I have 17 recording accounts in there, but I'm not going to say I have 17 recording accounts in there. So, yeah.
Les, I just posted a picture there.
No, I really actually don't, but it was fun making fun of you guys for a little while. Sensitive little. The live coverage this morning on their Fox channel cut to 5 selections of wine. I asked them what kind of wine pairs best with excessive horn honking. They didn't like.
Good on you, Coach. Troll the trolls.
Yeah, I'd take a look at it.
If you want to go ahead and add me, I just added you and I can explain how to do the whisper.
Okay, guys, check out the photo I just posted there. This is Edmonton. This is live here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And what I'm seeing here out, I'm standing on 109th Street, and there are thousands of people out here, thousands of vehicles driving by. They started at 11 o'clock this morning. It's already 4:35. There is a no noise bylaw in Edmonton. No honking your horns. It is illegal to honk your horn in Edmonton. So that's what's happening live in Edmonton. Check out that photo I posted. Check out that photo. Can't make this crap up.
Don't worry about it. They're going to say a lot of bad things about a lot of people. And it's part of the game. It's just fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
Even though we were on Reddit.
Hi, everybody. Just down here at Coots Border Crossing. It is a gorgeous day. There are a couple thousand people out here, a lot bigger than last weekend. Everybody's happy, barbecuing. The winds are low. The cops were pleasant coming in, and things are looking like it's going to be a great night. Got a band setting up, and we'll give you a couple of updates, maybe post a few pictures as well.
Hey, Queen Bee, I just added you. Can you reach out to me? Thanks.
So exciting news. I may or may not be headed on my way down to Ottawa on the 18th for the weekend. Whoop, whoop.
Okay, and give you an update on Edmonton. Man, are we having fun. Absolutely chaos down here. I'm just turning around and getting back in the fray of things. And yeah, there's horns honking, there's people flying flags, there's vehicles going back and forth. They're standing on sides of the road. Police are even giving us the thumbs up. I would say that 90% of the police are with the protesters here in Edmonton. And whenever I mention Mayor Sohi, who's liberal, just like Trudeau, everyone gives him a thumbs down, and a thumbs down for Trudeau in Edmonton. There you go. There's your update. Still lots of stuff happening here. Here, I'll give you a sound here. Here, this is what I'm saying. Let's go Trudeau. Let's go Trudeau.
Absolutely awesome. Keep it up, boys. Hold that line.
Okay, I'm over here on the south side of Edmonton where the convoy is not. And normally White Avenue is a trendy, people-friendly avenue that usually has a couple thousand people out here on any Saturday. It's dead here. The businesses are dead. There's nobody walking around here. It's just Deadmonton. It's this virus and this lockdown has put so many businesses out of business. I'm seeing police all the way down White Avenue here. And there are no people down here. The economy is decimated. And it's all because of Trudeau.
Seems that's what they want. They want to keep beating people down because the more they can beat them down, the more they control them.
Ten four.
Oakley.
And go. Action from Ottawa. Looks like a new guy on YouTube. I don't know if he's new or not. New to me. Ottawa's Freelance Photography is the name of the channel. Ottawa's Freelance Photography on YouTube is live there. He's got pretty good quality video.
Well, keep up the good work, guys. I'm new to this, well, kind of, but you got support from Nebraska.
Good, thanks, Nebraska.
I've been listening to you for like the last month. It's just I was hoping to finally get in here to chat with you guys.
And lots of love from Prince Edward Island, too. We had a big roll today. It was awesome. There was 6, 7.
Love from Chicago, too. Stay strong, guys and girls.
Let's hope we can do the same for the United States, too.
Thank you.
Love from Nova Scotia. Keep up the good fight.
Nova Scotia, our neighbor.
Does anyone have updates on what happened with Windsor yesterday? I can't seem to find any information.
What exactly are you looking for regarding what happened in Windsor?
We had just heard that the police were going to make them leave at 7 o'clock, and I know that didn't happen, but I didn't hear any news after that except the hospital was on orange alert. So yeah, just anything really.
Well, I know that I've seen a few videos, and it's getting pretty interesting over there. I'm pretty sure there's still people there in Windsor, though. I don't have a lot of information, so maybe somebody else will.
Good border, everybody. Keep rolling.
I know there's some.
I was just watching a video from Windsor. They didn't do too much. They pushed the crowd back from the intersection and put up concrete barriers. Now the people are sitting there on the wall, cops on one side, people on the other, but the cops are sitting in their cruisers, so nothing's happening.
Just shared some France, Canada, Canadiana. 3 provinces down want to go and pass it. Hashtag hold the line.
Well, that's good. Thank you for the update.
Hey guys, I just want to say much love and support from Fort McMurray, Alberta. We're up here. We had a little convoy going on ourselves and a demonstration outside of the courthouse. Lots of support, lots of flags, and it was great, guys. I just want to say thanks again for everything that's going on.
Looking good, Fort McMurray. Nice picks there.
Hi guys, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. We're having a girls' wine party. Watching you on the stream. Good luck, God bless, and we got your back.
I want to have a girls' wine party. Why did I never think of that? Woohoo!
Some interesting information I was just told about that Windsor Ambassador Bridge where the cops were driving everyone back in line. Apparently the only reason they stopped is because there was a string of ex-military guys that all got in line as well, and the cops basically halted once they realized what they were up against, and that's where the drive stopped. So that's kind of how that came about.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really care what people say about me, behind my back or even in front of me to my face, because you know what? At the end of the day, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. I remember reciting that back when I was probably about 3 years old, and it follows true today. So, if you're somewhere over there on Reddit saying something nasty about me, okay, that's fine. Go right ahead. Say nasty things about me behind my back. I don't see what they are. I really don't care. And at the end of the day, you wasted your time, and I got to open up my mouth and feed you full of information. So that's what really counts.
And just know that.
Amen. Good point.
Amen, brother. Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, and honestly, Antifa has been saying nasty stuff about me for years and years and years and years. So it really doesn't matter. It's just the same old crap, crap in, crap out. So at the end of the day, hey, let's talk about freedom. And really, I'm watching a feed here right now from Ottawa, and there are still thousands of people in Ottawa tonight. They are really partying it up there. Looking good for freedom.
Oh, I wish I was down there. I want to party it up in Ottawa. I can't wait to go down. It's I broke my windshield, so I'm so sad, but I'm so proud of Canada right now.
I hate to say this, but I thought Canada was just a bunch of socialists. Boy, was I wrong. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that because I've heard some things in the grapevine and I am so grateful of Canadians and to be Canadian right now.
Canada is the best place to live, baby.
Freedom.
Truly have a beautiful country.
I can't stop watching these live feeds. It's great.
Okay, so update. I'm not going to Ottawa, but I'm going to go to the Coots border on Thursday. So, whoop whoop. I will have some Coots border information for you.
That is phenomenal. I can't wait to hear. This is great. This is so great.
Keep it up, everyone.
Yeah, I'm watching a really good feed on YouTube from you, like the letter U, Ottawa Scotty. You, Ottawa Scotty. They got a little party going on there. They got some music happening. So it looks like fun. I'm not sure what street they're on there, but to me, they're really close to Wellington. Like they're one block off of Wellington in a way. Yeah, and I'm not sure what happened in the video here, but there's a paramedic vehicle right there. Not an ambulance, but just a paramedic. So that's kind of unusual to see that. Oh yeah, there is an ambulance there too, I see. But so far I don't know any details.
Yeah, I got the video going too. How many COVID cases have popped up in Ottawa in the past 14 days?
Is that? COVID-19 or Omicron or Delta?
Well, yeah, I know. And are you hearing through the grapevine about people that are coming down with COVID? Like, think of all the people that are there and all the people on all the different channels here. You know, I can't think of one trucker.
Well, I guess more so the COVID-19, right? Omicron's not such a problem.
So like the Alpha strain?
You know, like everyone is partying, everyone is having fun, everyone is, still honking, still revving the motors. Everything is still business as usual. Nobody can do anything about it except Trudeau. Trudeau is the answer. Trudeau. And all day today when I went down 109th Street in Edmonton here, that's all I saw was Trudeau signs, anti-Trudeau signs everywhere.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I was getting at. Like, everybody's down there, they're having a good time, they're hugging each other, they're shaking hands, they're doing everything that we've been told not to do, and things seem to be going pretty good.
I think that's actually a really interesting point, that you would think in the past 2 weeks we would have the highest amount of cases of this, quote unquote, intense common cold. And in reality, it's been the reverse. I mean, there has been conversation, but not to the extent that you would think.
I think they just wrapped up their 2 weeks of quarantine, though, didn't they?
Put it this way, if you're anal about getting tested, you'll have COVID. If you never get tested, who cares?
Yeah, I can only speak for myself, and have, as a recovery of the common cold, yeah, it was a cold. That's what I had. My sister decided to get tested because she wanted to have COVID and clearly had it. I had the cold and was fine, and that was it.
So, the best cure for COVID is 14 days in Ottawa.
Clearly.
Well, yeah, you are witnessing here firsthand herd immunity happening in Ottawa, and it wasn't even sanctioned by Trudeau. But guess what? Herd immunity is working.
Well, I think it's clear for me, though. It's that there has been malpractice, and that's where I'm going to go at. But yes, herd immunity, very good.
Okay. Hang on, we're coming to you sort of live from Ottawa, or at least the sounds that you're hearing are from Ottawa. But you are witnessing herd immunity happening. The last 14 days has been 100% herd immunity in Ottawa. And, yeah, we wonder how are the hospitals doing. And we're not hearing about sick truckers, so if you're out there, let's hear from you.
It's amazing what happens when people aren't mandated to stay on their couches and order junk food and all that, and they actually get out into society, breathe fresh air, and have a little bit of interaction. Oh my goodness, the numbers are not soaring anymore.
Well, and then you have the other faction that watches mainstream media and is absolutely terrified, absolutely petrified. The people that I see out there in the streets are just like, they're just running. They're running as fast as they can with a mask on to wherever they're going. It's unbelievable, but it's also great to be able to be one of the people in this world that is able to comment and do commentary on what is happening all around us. You know, everyone else is listening with, you know, they're by the speaker. What's he going to say next? What's up? Yeah, well, I'm telling you exactly what's happening. This is the world we're living in, moment by moment.
Why don't you saw the footage?
Yeah, it seems everything's going pretty smooth down there.
Wow. Where's Trudeau's terrorists? I thought terrorists do bad things, honestly.
I don't know if you saw there was an anti-protest going on in Ottawa as well, and every single one of them had a chin diaper on, and they were so happy about it, and you couldn't see their faces, most of them, because they were all bundled up. All you could see is their eyes. But I just have a hard time wrapping my head around why would you want to remain wearing masks, mandate everything and all that. You have the choice to wear a mask. No one's saying you have to remove your mask, but that's your choice.
Numbers in Ottawa have gone down in COVID. I just posted the link.
I think that's the dangerous part, though, is that a lot of people are struggling with the cognitive dissonance, and they have been programmed to believe what they've been told, and because we haven't taken responsibility of ourselves, looking into the sovereign man, we need to take responsibility of our mind, body, and spirit, and come together collectively in order to make a change.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's understandable. I understand for some people it's going to be a mental hurdle to jump over. I respect that. However, I just don't understand why people. I mean, it's so different than a seatbelt, right? It's the same sort of philosophy. Yeah, a cop can ticket you, but at the end of the day, it's your own life. And if you choose not to put it on, then why would the guy beside you in the car next to you be yelling at you? It's your own life you're endangering.
Well, it's like, do what you want to do. If you want to drive down the street by yourself in your car with a mask on, by all means do it. Nobody's stopping you.
But don't turn around and dictate that everybody else needs to do it.
Exactly. Aren't you sick and tired of getting the stink eye from someone with a mask on? Honestly.
It's even just communicating with people. You can't even tell what their facial expressions are half the time.
I think it's hurting kids the most. I mean, they're growing up in a society right now that they can't see people's faces, and that's not normal. That's all part of growing and learning and experiencing. And it's really shameful what's happening.
I dropped my son off to play hockey at a basically empty arena. There's a few parents in there. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I got to take off for a bit, so I had to lock the room down again. But the room had been open there for.
Do you think that's a result of parents just not getting vaccinated, not being able to go into the arena to watch their kids?
Well, yeah, you could take the vaccine and go in the arena, but that's where you're giving up your choice, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm guessing they're probably more like, "Hey, I'll drop you off and I'll pick you up after," sort of thing. It's ridiculous. No one should have to choose between watching their child have, moments in their life that they could cherish, and now they can't because they have to choose between getting the jab or missing out on those. It's absurd.
Well, for a lot of people that I know, sadly, they're comfortable in the mask. They've decided that it's a it's a responsibility. Somebody has asked me actually last week, why am I against everything? And I said, I am not against anything. Like, this is not about being against anything. This is about freedom. But in his mind, it was that I'm being against this. I'm against what the protocols and the mandates and what the government is saying. And I'm not against anything. What I'm against is not doing our education and learning and not being responsible for our health. That's what I'm against. Forgive me for my oxymoron there, but it's like I'm for us to be aware of what we need to do in order to address the body. But in their minds, I'm against him. I'm against them. I'm against what they're saying, and it's crazy. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not against anything. I've got no problems wearing a mask. I can wear a respirator at work, 8-10 hours. I don't really have a problem with that. The mask isn't the issue. It's the mandates that are my problem.
Yeah, go ahead there, Sasky. Watch.
No, my friend seen it on Facebook. That's why I was wondering about the Queen's Garden.
You know, the funny thing about this whole thing is that whenever I want to just get away from everything and just turn everything off and just have nothing to do with a convoy or a truck or anything, and I just want to do something else, inevitably something pops up that is exactly people wanting freedom. Doesn't matter where I go or what I do or where I look or how I listen. Unbelievable.
Sorry, that was my bad. That was for another group. I didn't realize I was in this. I thought I was in the other group.
Welcome to the Cum Zone. Only come inside anime girls. Double jointed pussy. Fresh balls.
Trudeau, Mr. Trudeau. Yes, we hear what you're saying, but you don't have to be so vulgar.
Yeah, keep your friends to yourself, Trudeau. We don't want them.
There was a sign I saw on one of the live feeds in Windsor that it said, Trudeau, if you want mandates, just go on Grindr.
Yeah, I know. Trudeau, why don't you get rid of your boy dates?
On a separate note, looks like things are heating up in Ukraine there. It sounds like Putin's going to be making some moves, and the old geriatric Biden is piping up and saying, if you go in there, I'm going to throw my poopy diaper at you.
Oh my God. Yeah. You don't want to know what I have to say about Biden.
Well, Biden does like little boys.
You don't like Brando?
It's so ironic. It's like you have the most powerful country in the world, and then they elect. Oh my God.
I voted for Trump. Can't blame me on that.
And then I turn on CBC radio in the bathroom while I'm taking a dump, and who is CBC dumping on? Trump, the guy that actually pulled the United States out.
Yeah, they elect a freaking senior citizen. Like you had the strongest country in the world, and you brought it to its knees with a senior.
Let's go, Sleepy Joe.
Fuck, maybe Canada should just take over the United States. Become one.
Yeah, they'd be better off.
Does anybody know if the U.S. is still on the other side of the bridge, holding the line?
From what I understand, yes, they are, but Michigan governor is trying to get big wreckers and move all the semis and everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, they need tow trucks or something there. I don't know.
But the Michigan governor is also offering tow trucks to Justin Trudeau to help move you guys out. It's like, well, that'd be cause of war.
I heard the city of Ottawa bought their own trucks.
Yeah, they just couldn't find anybody to drive them.
Well, I don't think they can buy that many trucks in a short order, but you never know.
Someone said they saw about 9 new ones or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't think they would be new ones. Everything's on back order.
Let's hope it's just hearsay. Well, it's like I drive by the car dealers here in Edmonton, and normally they're full of cars, and they're empty now.
Yeah, same with Toyota out here. And the Ford, really. There's not much in the Ford.
A Chevrolet and Ford dealer, they're right across the road from each other here. Both parking lots are empty.
Yeah, so it's not like the car manufacturers are really producing cars. They are, but they can't put the chips in them, so they're all sitting there in their yards waiting for chips.
When they're blaming it on the convoy.
Oh, if anybody opened their eyes, they could realize that this was well before the convoy even started. I don't know. But people are too blind for that.
100%.
It's just easier to blame it on the convoy. I mean, why not? Just like they're trying to blame all the job losses and all this and affecting people's lives and how there's no right. But yeah, no, the government's not to blame for the last 2 years of job losses, depression, suicides, and everything in between. No, that's okay, because that was for the better of the humanity, right?
Well, yeah. After 1 year, people should have started talking about this, and we should have started saying, hey, you know what? Is this real? Not real? Are people really dying? Older people with problems, definitely passed away. But at this point, we're over it. We're back into freedom again. So let's cut out the lockdowns and get back to freedom. Come on, people. Everyone's jabbed and ready to go. Did you hear me? You can quote me on that. Everyone's jabbed and ready to go.
I ain't jabbed. I ain't getting jabbed.
Okay. Well, if you're not jabbed, then you've got herd immunity.
I will die before the vaccine even touches me.
It doesn't have to. You've got herd immunity already.
I think out of all the folks that have the right to be pissed off and mad about this are the ones that have followed the protocols. They got their first jab, they got the second jab, they got the third jab, they've been wearing their masks, they've been, following all the mandates, so on and so forth. I would be the most frustrated if I was that person, and then they completely lie to you about the processes and procedures and everything that needs to take place, and this figment of fairy tale that life will be back to normal. I mean, I'm not jabbed. I lost my job over it, which is fine. I made that conscious decision. But, I knew the consequences. I would be pissed if I got jabbed and all of this was still the result.
Well, some of those lefties just don't want to admit that they got fooled. And you're right, they are pissed off.
I know people that are vaccinated and they're still restricted on what they can and can't do. How's that right?
Well, yeah, and on top of it, you pretty much can't go anywhere. somebody asks you for a vax pass, and if you're not double vaxxed, then you don't have the pass, and you're not done up, then you're not going there. And that's wrong.
Yeah, and if they made that mandatory, a lot more of them probably would turn and stand with us.
Two words: Nazi papers. Has history taught us nothing?
History repeats itself over and over again. That's the problem.
Oh, I could do such an impression right now of Trudeau.
Does it go something along the lines of, and as Canadians, we've stood by Canadians, for Canadians. Everyone stepped up, did the right thing. They got the jab. We believe in science. We believe in men. We believe in touching men. We believe in all of it. Science, men, Canadians.
Yeah, but you forgot the racist bit and the misogynist bit and the terrorist bit and all the rest of it. Such a foolish prime minister. And everyone is so gullible that they hear it. It goes. What does a liberal hear? Does it go in one ear and out the other, and they just don't digest it when he says stupid stuff? Like, what's with the liberal? Like, why are they so different? They obviously don't have the capacity to actually hear what he's.
Yeah, I tried to keep it kind of short. I could probably go on for a 30-minute stint of the stuff he said. Let's just say bottle walks things, no water bottles.
Yeah, I get a kick out of the plastic straw thing. Like, the whole cup is plastic, pretty much. The lid is plastic. But you're worried about the straw.
Yeah, I'm watching this live feed called Ottawalks, Ottawalks, and there was some girls that came on the feed screaming and whatever, cheering, and somebody else had a sign there saying, "The media is the virus." And, you might say, well, that's some kind of a conspiracy theory. But actually, it's not a conspiracy theory, because the viral part of our society has actually turned out to be the media, the mainstream media. They're the ones that are pulling the wool over Canadians' eyes and feeding you leftist information. Absolutely one-sided leftist information. And that's a shame that there is no actual centrist media in Canada, period. It's all left-wing. All left-wing.
Honestly, folks, not that anyone asked, but I don't even think I'm going to make midnight tonight. Oh, boy.
Apparently they're searching cars and trucks at Coots.
What are they hoping to find?
if you're looking for a live feed, Red Pilling the Masses has a bunch of different cameras. Red Pilling the Masses on YouTube.
What's the rundown with the Ambassador Bridge and the veterans? Can someone fill me in? I was downtown Ottawa, I think, when all that happened. Okay, glad that you got to see it. I wasn't quite sure. When I was down on the Sir John A. Macdonald Parkway today, I got to meet with a bunch of people who are setting up a kitchen. They have so much food. They've got stockpiles and stockpiles of ready-to-eat food, ready-to-heat food. These guys are entrenched. They've got a really good setup there. Lots of wood, lots of warmth. They got a huge tent. They've got heat inside the tent. They've got chairs. They've got hot coffee, food inside the tent. It's a very large tent, maybe a 30 by 20 tent. And it was jam-packed with just people just enjoying each other.
Yeah, copy that. I saw they had a new tent set up there, right in the middle of the whole thing there. But yeah, there's no lack of food there. There's no doubt about that, because a lot of people that are showing up that are like locals and live close by and whatever, they show up with food there and they help everyone out. And yeah, it's amazing the amount of food down there.
Something I also saw was a lot of people were going up to the guys in their trucks, cars, vans, and they were handing out money, just giving them money, which, given the current situation, I'm sure was well appreciated. Else who isn't aware, there are still plenty of shops and restaurants and convenience stores, grocery stores. All of those things are still open here in Ottawa and downtown. There's plenty of places to go and see and enjoy. So if you're coming down this way, just know that.
Star Street, you're inquiring about, you said the veterans moved there at the Ambassador Bridge?
Roger that.
Yeah, so my understanding from some people on the ground there, they said the cops they're moving away from the bridge, so going down here on Church Road, and they were in a line, and they basically made it from the intersection of the university a little ways down, I don't know how far, maybe a couple 100 meters tops, and then a line of veterans basically spanning the same width as the cops ended up going side by side with them, and they all, linked up, and the cops stopped, because I don't think they wanted to obviously surpass or continue to push the veterans. So that's as far as I know where it ended.
And what's the current situation there then in Windsor? Are the cops standing down?
They're not standing down. What they've actually done is they put barricades across the road, but there's a lot less heavy cop presence. They're no longer driving the people that were on the road actively away. They did clear the road and the intersection. They had a local tow truck company. Well, they're actually kind of all over Ontario, called AMPM Towing, and they stepped up to the bat, with and started to tow vehicles. I don't believe there's any arrests. There was none of this $100,000 fine that Ford was talking about. However, that towing company is clearly spineless, and I'm sure that will affect their business, and rightfully so.
Yeah, check out that feed I posted.
Is that feed of Windsor?
No, that's Ottawa. But if you see that, well, if you're on a PC, the video is so much better on Twitch than Fascist Book or even YouTube.
So, question, I saw another video, a few videos of the bridge in Port Erie and Sarnia. Is that one plugged as well?
I don't know. I've been out of the loop because I was downtown convoying and stuff there today. So I don't know. You probably know more about it than us if you've seen some videos. Listen to these people downtown. This is the whole crowd there. So there you go. There's the song of the century for the crime of the century.
Anymore. That's everything to do. Gotta give it away. Let's go, man. Let's go. Watch the left, brother. We're not gonna take it anymore. Oh, man. Let's go over there and try to get up party. Maybe go around there back.
Live from Ottawa.
Freedom! 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 Freedom!
My old man's there right now, and I'm really curious what the actual numbers are. How many people are coming? Is this weekend the most, active and busy, or was it last weekend or the first weekend? Something tells me from the live feeds that it might be this weekend, and it's the most set up. I see a big stage with louder music than previous. I see a big LED screen, artists, DJs. Looks like a hell of a time. I mean, is this what it takes to have festivals back in Canada?
Yeah, but it's not only that. What you're seeing is just one location. You're seeing one location. The trucks are all over downtown and at all kind of various street corners, because if you watch closely, the guys will go on foot. And I was there, and I know that there's locations all over the place where people are set up with music and dancing and all kind of stuff. So it's not just what you're seeing in that one shot, but it's all over the downtown area.
I got her else.
And the other thing is the fireworks there. You see the fireworks there? My own opinion is that the young kids that come in there, like on the weekends, like you see right now, that come there to party, they're the ones that bring the fireworks. It's not the truckers. So, you know, to say that the truckers are running off fireworks is untrue. Like, I was there, I saw who was shooting off the fireworks, and it was not the truckers at all.
So it's probably fair to assume there's a heavy amount of drinking and partying going on. Are the cops not being super vigilant and cracking down on that? I mean, I would assume that would probably be a pretty easy one to you know, spot and get some arrests on or whatever, tickets.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The police are completely overpowered by the people. There are not enough police, and there's way too many people. And if the police attempt to do anything, they will be overpowered. That is what the police chief has insinuated with all of his broadcasts, that he's standing down because he has fear in his eyes. He's afraid to do anything. That's why nothing has happened for 2 weeks. But it's a peaceful demonstration. It's peaceful. There's nothing. You don't need to clamp down on anybody for anything. And to do so would be to put the police at harm. That's what the police chief believes. Again, it's like the whole thing is being thrown into the police lap. You know, unfortunately, they're the ones taking the brunt of this whole thing. It's not a policing situation. It's a Trudeau problem. It's a Trudeau problem. It's a political problem, and the police have alluded to that. The solution is not police. The solution is a political solution. Talk it out. Come up with a game plan. Come up with some kind of a plan of what you're going to do. But Trudeau doesn't want to do that. So this is what you have. You have partying in the streets of Ottawa. Woodstock 2.0.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. I kind of figured that was the case, but I wasn't sure because I didn't hear anything about it anywhere. Haven't heard there was issues of it. Yada yada yada. And yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. It is a political issue. That's where it starts and ends. And should we really be surprised that he's not dealing with it, or he's making the police enforce everything? I mean, look at what he's done for the last 2 years. He's put it on, and not just him, the premiers, everyone, has put it on businesses, has put it on communities, has put it on basically everyone except themselves to enforce masks and mandates and this and that. And it puts everyone in an uncomfortable position because they're just trying to make a living, yet they're going to kick the same patrons out if they don't abide by these, segregation and Nazi rules. It's unbelievable. There's no accountability. It's shame on the government for putting these businesses in these positions.
Yeah, I copy that. Yeah, well, we understand that there is a health issue. We understand that. And it's a health thing. And the lockdowns are for a health thing, and we do value our health. But at some point, you have to bring common sense into the issue, and you don't just throw the science away, but you bring common sense into the issue and you say, okay, let's examine the science. And the science says that this thing is morphed into a common cold. So let's use common sense and say, oh, why are we locking down for the common cold?
I agree. And you can't blame the truckers for the problems of the past 3 years.
Well, let's face it. Every single thing politically that Trudeau
the ironic part is the science hasn't changed. There's been more doctors, scientists, and reputable people speaking up about what the damage is of coronavirus in general, the vaccine, the mandates and restrictions and all this, and all these people, these credible sources, are speaking up. But at first they were shunned, and now it's becoming more knowledge than anything. It's just there's certain people such as Big Trudy that refuse to even think outside the box and could think that, oh my goodness, there could be another way out of this besides the vaccine. I mean, look, 14 other countries have opted to withdraw and completely retract what they've been doing and say, you know what, let's start to live with it. But not Trudy. It's just hard on the gas, and there's no letting off the gas. It has nothing to do with payouts. I mean, what? No, nope, nothing to do with payouts.
Do we have any update as to how things are going at the party downtown at Parliament Hill for the Ottawa protest?
On a live feed, it looks very peaceful. It's just a big dance party.
Okay, wonderful. We're just getting bombarded with fake news then in the United States.
Yeah. Last weekend, the police chief alluded to there being over 5,000 people. And I know that the officials lowball the number. I guessed when I was there on Sunday that there was 10,000 people. That was the first night that the convoy was there. And since then, the numbers have gone up. So, I would guess that, because they're strung out all over the place. You've got the people that are right at the main area where the stage is, and then you've got all of the other sub-areas where there's people congregating. So, yeah, there could very well be 5,000 to 10,000 people there at any given moment.
Okay, great. Sounds wonderful. I'll just keep watching from out here.
Viva Frey on YouTube. He does a really good segment on it. They're about 4 hours long each.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones on Instagram and stuff. You can't really find anything from mainstream media.
Yeah. The trick is to go to YouTube, do a search for Ottawa, and then refine this search with the filter for live, and then you'll see all the live feeds.
Excellent idea. I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would be wrong to say that you've got the one main party going on right at the main square, but you probably have at least 10 other parties going on at other locations in the downtown core. Like, there are a lot of areas that are taken up by trucks and people on corners and people barbecuing and people just living there. That's their new home until something gets worked out with an agreement with Trudeau. And each and every person that is there of their own accord. Nobody coerced them into going. Nobody said, here's money if you go. Although there was a GoFundMe that got erased, but it's not about the money. Not about the money at all. And it's not about one person or organizers or any kind of crap like that. It's about everyone. It's about the people.
Here's something funny. Facebook has banned the word honk in a lot of the chicken groups. Somebody actually got reported to Facebook for using the word honk.
I love it. Keep on honking then.
Would using hunk. Would using unk.
Here's an interesting shot there. I posted a picture. It's not that clear, but what it shows is that if the city of Ottawa wanted the truckers to leave, why would they put cement barricades up in front of the trucks, as you see there? Because when I was there, those cement blockades were not up there. Those blockades are up there now. So, if they really wanted the vehicles to leave, I don't think they'd be putting cement barricades in front of the vehicles, now would they?
Well, I guess then the question is who actually put those barricades there? Was it the police? Was it the city? Was it the military?
Well, I was under the impression that the convoy had a truck bring those. I did see the truck putting them there in a live feed. I just assumed he was part of the convoy. Ah, okay, good. Good clarification on that. That's how early I was there that I didn't notice them there at that time. But that's interesting. Good on you for calling that. Yeah, they had one of those trucks with the high ab with the special grappling pick to pick up the barriers.
Hey everybody, just an update down from Coots. About a half hour ago, did have one of the truckers get searched by several police officers. Not sure what they were looking for, but they pulled him out of the truck and opened up all the cubbies and went through the back. No seizures of anything. But then quickly turned positive because we had a good speaker. Chris Guy came out on stage and got the crowd all ramped up. And it's a good night down here, and people are enjoying sitting around the fires and having a good time.
They probably took plates, and now they're just harassing anybody that's got any priors.
Well, word was they found something in a search yesterday. I can't confirm that, but then they're just doing randoms, I guess, or maybe anyone who's in association with people that they did find stuff in the truck.
They're probably out planting shit.
Yeah, well, about 20 people got it on Facebook Live, so it's out there for all to see.
Seems like they're trying everything and anything. Clears on the people in New Zealand in front of Parliament.
The live feed I was watching of that search in Coots was apparently there was an issue with that gentleman the night before with him and his family, and then they had an idea that he might have had a firearm, so that's why they were searching him, but who knows if it's true.
Wow, yeah, copy that. Lots of fireworks going off in Ottawa tonight, more than I've ever seen before on any other night. And it happens when you have an inrush of new participants that join in, that come in from the surrounding areas. Seems like they all bring their fireworks in, which not condoned. Which is interesting, an observation, because it seems to be part and parcel of the a new era of demonstrations or protesting these days, I guess. I don't know. Is it not Jim Kerr? Is that his name? The City of Bubbles? City of Bubbles guy? I see his van is there.
How you doing, guys? Land Ferry today. Go ahead. Anybody online? Check. God bless Canada, guys. Ten four there, buddy. Go ahead.
A lot of people are probably heading off to bed now.
Yes, that's a big 10-4. I'm getting ready to go there now. God bless, and good night to all, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
I'll be up for a bit yet.